Hey everyone! Today, we're going to teach you how to simplify rational algebraic expressions. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to, first, illustrate rational algebraic expressions, and second, simplify rational algebraic expressions. Before we start discussing rational algebraic expressions and how to simplify them, let's have a review of important terms or concepts related to fractions. We all know that a fraction represents a part of a whole. The different parts of a fraction are the numerator and the denominator. We also have different types of fractions, which are proper, improper, and mixed fractions. Like in integers, we also apply the four basic operations in fractions. We add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions. Another thing that we must take note about fractions is that they can be written as decimals. That's it. These are just some of the important concepts that we need to remember when we are dealing with fractions. Some of these concepts will also be used in our discussion about rational algebraic expressions. But what are rational algebraic expressions? Rational algebraic expressions are algebraic expressions in the form n over d, where n and d are polynomials and d is not equal to 0. We also call them rational expressions. We know that the numerator and the denominator must be polynomials. Let's recall when can an expression be considered as a polynomial. First, it must not have a variable in the denominator. Second, there should be no variables under the radical sign. Third, there should be no variable exponent. And lastly, there should be no variables having a negative or fractional exponent. Now let's discuss how to simplify rational expressions. What do we mean when we say we are simplifying a rational expression? Simplifying rational expressions means we are modifying the expressions to a simpler or more desirable form. It involves the removal of all common factor of the terms. We say that a rational expression is in lowest terms when its numerator and denominator have no common factors other than 1. We can simplify a rational expression by dividing both the numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor. Let's have some examples. Number 1. Reduce 35x raised to 4 y raised to 3 z over 14x squared y raised to 5 to its lowest terms. The greatest common factor of 35x raised to 4 y raised to 3 z and 14x squared y raised to 5 is 7x squared y raised to 3. Dividing both the numerator and the denominator by the GCF, we have and this is our final answer. Number 2. Reduce 20x squared minus 15x all over 35x to lowest terms. We factor out the numerator and we get 5x and 4x minus 3 as the factors. Here, 5x and the denominator has a common factor which is 5x. So we divide them both by 5x and we get the final answer, 4x minus 3 all over 7. Number 3. Reduce x squared minus 49 all over x plus 7 to lowest terms. We factor out the numerator and we get quantity of x plus 7 and the quantity of x minus 7. And since one of the factors is the same as the denominator, we simply cancel them out, leaving us with the final answer, x minus 7. Here, please take note that whenever we are canceling out the same quantity, the expressions are not being equal to 0, but instead, they are becoming equal to 1. Number 4. Reduce x squared plus 6x minus 16 all over 4 minus x squared. We factor out the numerator and we get x plus 8 and x minus 2, while we get the factors 2 plus x and 2 minus x in the denominator. Here, 2 minus x is almost the same with x minus 2 in the numerator. We just need to factor it to negative 1 and x minus 2. This will enable us to cancel the same factors in the numerator and the denominator, and we have. Take note that this fraction is the same as this which is the general way of writing a negative fraction, then we will be using this as our final answer. Example number 5. We factor out the numerator and we get x minus 2 and 2x plus 5, while we get the factors x minus 2 and x minus 3 in the denominator. Since the numerator and the denominator has x minus 2 as the common factor, we cancel them out, leaving us with the final answer 2x plus 5 all over x minus 3. Alright, that's all for today. I hope you learned what is a rational expression and how to simplify rational expressions. You have a great day.